We found inconsistencies in the reporting of 3 sets of results. In addition to the text systems being used to tabulate results, we're also using photos of results and a paper trail to validate that all results match and ensure that we have confidence and accuracy in the numbers we report. This is simply a reporting issue. The app did not go down, and this is not a hack or an intrusion. The underlying data and paper trail is sound and will simply take time to further report the results. To underscore that, we did just moments ago speak with a caucus secretary from one precinct in Ames, Iowa, who told us that he had been on the phone for 2 hours, on hold on the phone for 2 hours and counting, trying to report to the state party the results of just that one precinct.
Wow.
Yeah. A reporting issue, they say. The underlying data and paper trail is sound. They're just saying it's going to take a lot longer.
Which doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Ouch. And again, this is a process problem that should have been worked out months before. You're bringing in new technology. First off, you're changing the format, the way this is going to play out for the presidential candidates. And so you've got to have those ducks lined up. And the candidates are saying, okay, on to New Hampshire, we'll declare victory in Iowa later. The campaigns can't stop. And this is a huge hiccup and a real problem.
Well, and
Can we consider the one set of results we know, which Rachel managed to get from that guy who has been on the phone for 3 hours waiting to tell the people running this who still don't know it? He told us basically that Bernie Sanders had more than double the vote of Pete Buttigieg, and Elizabeth Warren was second in that standing. And all 3 of them ended up with
not
$2.
even showing Bernie.
So that's the way it's supposed to work, and that is not.
That's not the novelty.
Close to democracy.
I mean, I think there's no excuse for this under any scenario. But if they did have record turnout, maybe you'd expect some challenges.
Yeah.
But the reports are it's more like 16 than in 08. 08 had 70,000 more people, and it worked flawlessly.
Yeah.
So, I think that this is, I do think this is going to threaten the caucuses going forward.
Yeah.
But what's fascinating tonight is whoever ends up winning this thing, now with social media, it's not like back in the 80s where you had, television was the only way to reach people, but it's going to be mitigated a little bit.
I think that's an important point.
Yeah.
I mean, any momentum you want coming out of Iowa is dissipated if the winner isn't determined until 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
And can we touch the third rail of election integrity, which is the backdrop of every word we speak in this studio day and night? It's as if we're waiting for big numbers to come out of Putin County and then be surprised at that. It is merely what people think in an event like this. People, that lingering doubt, that little wonder, the voice that never lived in your head until a couple of years back.
That's why the Iowa Democratic Party is going out of their way. The app did not go down. This is not a hack or an intrusion. The underlying data and paper trail is sound. They are trying to foreclose suspicions of that type by saying, listen, we've got glitches in reporting this stuff. We tried a newfangled way that people would report the results. It didn't work. It overtaxed our backup, but our backup is fundamentally sound. It's just going to take forever. Obviously, there will be a price to pay for this within the process, but from the candidates' perspectives, you do what you got to do. Amy Klobuchar got out there first. Biden and Warren got out there very closely thereafter. We'll see the other candidates come out now. They'll all have to hedge in terms of what they're going to say about the results. They'll all take this as a moment to try to speak to people and to try to build momentum from something that is as yet undetermined.
But I think the other point here, Rachel, you talked to the caucus secretary, I think, from Ames.
Yeah.
These people take their job very seriously. It's getting late.
Yeah.
They're not going to wait on hold for another 2 hours. So you might not have complete results tonight. Not to go down rabbit holes, but what if this thing, if they actually report results and it's super close, and you've got 5 to 10% of the precincts out, and the result gets overturned tomorrow, and there's going to be like hidden ballot boxes in garages. Yeah. So it's not the good look.
Steve Kornacki, the Iowa Democratic Party says in this updated statement, we found inconsistencies in the reporting of 3 sets of results. Can you refresh us as to why they are reporting 3 sets of results tonight, or at least trying to?
It has everything to do with how these caucuses ended 4 years ago. Remember, we're talking about how basically it was all counted at this time 4 years ago. The difference, remember, was 4 state delegate equivalents between Clinton and Sanders. the closest Iowa Democratic caucuses in history. And the Sanders campaign believed, because of what we're talking about, where those college counties don't necessarily get the same bang for their buck with state delegate equivalents, they believed they won the raw vote, the initial preference in 2016. And they basically raised hell about it. And the DNC mandated after 2016 that the Iowa Democratic Party, in the name of transparency, was to provide that initial preference, the raw vote.